Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Journalist says Arsenal star Gabriel Martinelli is simply not for sale. Journalist Dean Jones has told Give Me Sport that Arsenal will have little interest in considering any offers for Gabriel Martinelli, with any admirer said to be told that he is simply not for sale. Martinelli has been one of the stars of the season so far across the entire Premier League. The winger has been absolutely outstanding for Mikel Arteta's side. He has scored 4 goals and contributed to assists for the Premier League leaders. And with that, Arsenal are reportedly trying to agree a new contract with Martinelli. But there is also interest from elsewhere. The Daily Mail recently reported that Chelsea are amongst the teams monitoring the Brazilian. Of course, it's hard to imagine Arsenal having any interest in letting him go, and Jones has confirmed that any side looking to open negotiations is going to get the door slammed in their face. Martinelli is very important to the growth of the club as well as the team, and while there is various interest from various places at the moment, I think they would just firmly tell people that he is not for sale, he told Give Me Sport. It would send off an awful message if Arsenal sold Martinelli. He is almost irreplaceable at the moment, it seems, and the scary thing is that he should only improve further in the years to come. The Gunners are building something incredibly special right now, and at the heart of that is the core of amazing young talents who have grown rapidly in the last couple of years. Martinelli is most definitely one of those. He is a special player with perhaps the highest ceiling of the lot, and Martinelli must surely see that he is best off staying at Arsenal right now. Obviously, they are not the finished article yet, but neither is he. The two are developing together at an amazing rate, and he could be at the heart of an incredibly significant period for the Gunners. Tony Cascarino jokes Arsenal star Granit Xhaka could get a statue outside Emirates Stadium. Tony Cascarino has showered praise on Arsenal star Granit Xhaka and even joked that the midfielder could get a statue outside the Emirates Stadium one day. The Swiss international, who joined the Gunners as a 23-year-old back in 2016 for £35 million, has gone through a lot during his time in England, from being enemy number one to fans singing his name every week. He has done the impossible, and Cascarino has been really impressed. After Xhaka had his outburst against Crystal Palace at the Emirates 3 years ago, it really did seem like there was no way back for him. He had one foot out the door, but Mikel Arteta came in and changed everything. Xhaka is now a completely different player. He has been exceptional since the start of this season, and Arsenal fans absolutely adore him. Cascarino, who like many felt that Xhaka's career was over at Arsenal, has been very impressed by his turnaround, and he heaped praise on the Arsenal midfielder. The Pundit said on talkSPORT, "He is going to get a statue in a minute," laughs. "He's been brilliant. Out of all the achievements you can do as a footballer, he took so much stick. His career was finished, and yet he's turned it around to such a level. He is enjoying it. You can see he's enjoying it." Xhaka's turnaround really is remarkable. It takes extraordinary character and mentality to go from where he was 3 years ago to where he is today. Very few players in the world can achieve that, and he deserves immense praise. Arsenal are currently on the top of the Premier League table. The likes of Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka and William Saliba have caught everyone's eye. But Xhaka's performance in his new role has made a huge difference as well. It will be interesting to see how far Arsenal can go this season. If Xhaka can keep up his form, they will continue to cause teams all sorts of problems. Romano reports on Twitter, clubs are keen on Arsenal director Edu. Fabrizio Romano has taken to Twitter to suggest that at least 2 European clubs are keen on Arsenal technical director Edu, but he remains focused on the job he is doing at the Emirates. Edu is rightfully receiving huge plaudits for his work with the Gunners. The Brazilian has come in for plenty of criticism during his time in a backroom role, but Arsenal are now flying in the Premier League, and the work both Edu and Mikel Arteta have done has taken the Gunners back amongst the heavyweights in the top flight. Perhaps Unsurprisingly, Edu's work is attracting attention. In fact, Romano has told his YouTube channel that at least two clubs are asking about the Arsenal director. However, he insisted on Twitter that Edu is completely committed to the job he is doing at Arsenal, so it would appear that he is not looking to leave anytime soon. You have to wonder why Edu would want to consider leaving right now. Of course, other sides will hope that they are able to sell a vision to the retired midfielder, but Arsenal gave him a huge opportunity. It's a club that he loves and has a huge connection with, and everything appears to be coming together for the Gunners after a few years of uncertainty. The situation may perhaps change if Arsenal's hierarchy decide against kicking on from here. Sides have been punished in recent years for standing still after achieving success, but it does feel that Arsenal have reached the beginning of a special era for the club. Having waited so long for things to click into place, it's no surprise that Edu is seemingly planning to go nowhere. Arsenal optimistic of Bukayo Saka new contract amid interest from Manchester City, Chelsea and Liverpool. Arsenal are hopeful of agreeing a new contract with Bukayo Saka following speculation around his future, reports Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano. Saka came through the youth ranks at Arsenal, earning his professional debut with the club in November 2018. The next campaign, he became a regular at the Emirates Stadium, featuring 38 times in all competitions. He has since gone on to be a standout at the Gunners. Since the beginning of the 2021 season, he has made 80 league appearances, scoring 20 goals and recording 14 assists. In that time, he has become a regular on the international stage. He has earned 20 caps for the England national team, including 4 appearances in the Three Lions runner-up Euro 2020 campaign. At 21 years of age, the winger is known as one of the brightest young prospects in world football. However, his contract expires in 2024, leaving him potentially available on the chip if he does not renew. Nonetheless, Arsenal remain optimistic that they can encourage him to sign a new deal. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Fabrizio Romano said, "Many top clubs are following Bukayo Saka. Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, many clubs are following the situation of Bukayo Saka. Since last February, Bukayo Saka's agent are in discussions with Arsenal to extend his contract. The feeling is positive on both sides. Mikel Arteta is pushing a lot to help Bukayo Saka with the new contract, and so, at the moment, there is optimism to extend the contract with Arsenal. This is a priority for Arsenal. The player is happy here. He loves the club. Let's see how the negotiation will go, but Arsenal are optimistic to keep Bukayo Saka at the club and extend his contract." The North Londoners are currently enjoying their strongest start to a season in the Premier League era. They have won 9 of their opening 10 matches, leaving them 4 points clear at the top of the table. Meanwhile, they have also won all 3 outings in the Europa League. Up next for Arteta's men is a home clash against PSV Eindhoven. They face Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Brighton and Hove Albion and Wolverhampton Wanderers in the league before the World Cup kicks off in November. Lino Souza impresses for Arsenal under-21s versus Northampton Town. Arsenal under-21s came from behind to beat Northampton Town in the Papa John's Trophy last night, and 17-year-old Lino Souza impressed everybody. The young Gunners went a goal down after just 8 minutes. 16-year-old Joshua Tomlinson became Northampton Town's youngest ever goal scorer with that strike, but the Gunners hit back with 3 goals in the second half to win the game 3-1. Northampton Town went in with a 1-0 lead at the break. Zash Awe equalized in the 56th minute before 2 brilliant goals from Amario Cozier, Dabiri and Nathan Butler Oyedi sealed the win for Arsenal. As good as the goal scorers were, it was Souza who was particularly impressive, claims Football London. The left back, who is still only 17, was brilliant all game. He showed no fear while getting on the ball and looked extremely comfortable going forward in attack. At the back, he registered 1 tackle, 2 clearances and 3 interceptions, which is a very healthy return for someone who is so young. Souza is getting better and better every week, and Arsenal fans should be really excited about the teenager who surely has a bright future ahead of him. Souza is viewed by everyone at Arsenal as an outstanding young talent. The 18-year-old has been called up to first team training sessions by Mikel Arteta on numerous occasions. He's yet to make his senior debut for the Gunners, but if he continues his progression in the same way, it should only be a matter of time before he gets the nod. It will be interesting to see what will happen with Arsenal's left back next summer. Arteta will have Alexander Zinchenko, Kieran Tierney, Nuno Tavares and Souza at his disposal. Takahiro Tomiyasu has also been an option there this season. Tavares seems the likeliest to move on, and that could open the door for Souza to be more of a regular in first team training sessions. Arsenal reportedly interested in signing Joao Felix. Arsenal are now interested in Atletico Madrid striker Joao Felix, a player who Granit Xhaka has labelled a very special talent. Journalist Paul Brown told Give Me Sport yesterday that the Gunners board are huge fans of Felix and have been watching him for a long time. Felix has struggled to nail down his place in Diego Simeone's side this season, having started 5 games out of 12 as a substitute. The talented Portuguese forward registered 3 assists on the opening day of the La Liga season against Getafe, but he's not been involved in a single goal since, with Arsenal on the lookout for attacking reinforcements to bolster Mikel Arteta's squad. It seems they could turn their attention to Felix. Felix completed a massive move to Atletico from Benfica for £113 million back in 2019. He became the 5th most expensive player of all time when the move went through. The talented forward has put in some promising displays for Atletico Madrid, but has failed to hit the heights he was expected to reach by now. But Newcastle United defender Kieran Trippier played with the 22-year-old in Spain and said he can become a world-class player after watching his display against Manchester United earlier this year. Arsenal are in need of adding real depth to Arteta's attacking options. The Spaniard boasts a frightening front three in Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. But if any of these three were to get injured, the drop-off in quality would be huge. Felix is capable of playing across the front three, and even as an attacking midfielder, the Portugal international would provide a top-class option for Arteta. He hasn't quite reached his full potential in Spain, but you get the feeling that he's being held back by Simeone's style of play. Under Arteta, Felix could flourish and would fit the profile of a young and exciting player. Atletico Madrid to challenge Arsenal and Chelsea for Leonardo Trossard. Brighton attacker Leonardo Trossard is the subject of interest from La Liga giants Atletico Madrid. The Spanish club managed by Diego Simeone are seeking to refresh their attack in the summer. Per the Mirror, Trossard could be one of the players that comes into the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium club. The source adds that Chelsea and Arsenal in the Premier League are also monitoring his situation. Trossard is out of contract at the end of the season and has not renewed his deal. The club, however, will be hoping they can convince him to commit the next few years of his career to Brighton. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.